We are covering Colorado first on CBS News Colorado at 6, and we are staying on top of the trial for the former Clear Creek County deputy charged in the death of Christian Glass.
Andrew Buen did not take the stand. Buen is accused of firing those shots that killed Glass in the early morning hours of June 11, 2022. Glass had called for help when his car got stuck on a boulder. His family says he was experiencing a mental health crisis. Your reporter for the Mountains, Spencer Wilson, has been covering this case. And Spencer, what happened in court today?
Guys, the defense brought forth their second witness by the name of Louis Von Kleem. He is a use of force expert, and he's brought in to help explain the accusations against Buen away, basically saying that the actions he took the night that he shot and killed Christian Glass were within his right as a sheriff's deputy. Now, the prosecution did not let them get right to that and tried to pick it apart the best they could.
Much of the morning testimony focused on the knives and hammers Christian Glass had with him that night. Prosecutors say law enforcement wouldn't let Glass throw the weapons out his window like he wanted to, but the defense argued even if Glass had thrown a knife out the window, officers would have assumed he had more weapons.
We would never assume it was sufficient for somebody to throw their own weapons out. That is tantamount to having your suspect clear their own vehicle, and when I mean clear, make sure there's no weapons in it.
He also claims officers could not tell what was happening, what state of mind Christian was in. He said officers' de-escalation tactics, including defendant Andrew Buen screaming at Christian to get out of the car over and over, was appropriate.
I keep hearing testimony or heard testimony, this was clearly a mental health crisis, That was not clear. The evidence is inconsistent with the officer's perception of that. Obviously, they were looking at DUI.
The prosecution argued things never had to get this far. Buen refused to let it go because Glass would never leave the car and therefore pushed the situation into dangerous territory.
He wasn't highly agitated until they shot him with beanbag rounds and tased him, though, right?
At that stage, correct.
One of the prosecutor's big questions, even if Glass was DUI, his car was stuck. He was in the car alone and wasn't trying to hurt himself. So why did they need to get him out of the car then?
But the compression of time would certainly have been impacted by a medical concern, particularly of overdose, particularly where they saw indications of being manic at one stage and then nodding off at another with the empty pill bottle, and those were things that were actually mentioned. That was the first time I would saw really a time concern that would have limited or affected their decision to remove him from the vehicle.
Deputy Buen never said he was worried about an overdose during the interview, did he?
During the interview? I don't recall. I'd have to reread the interview.
Nobody said anything on the body cam.
Now, we are expecting the closing arguments for this case sometime this week. Guys.
Spencer, we know you've been covering every step of this. How has the community been impacted by all of this?
Well, this case has basically brought a global spotlight down on Clear Creek County, specifically the sheriff's office here. And you could argue that the implications from this particular case is why the previous sheriff ended up retiring last year, bringing in a new sheriff in that entire instance and trying to change the culture as well.
Yeah, what is the sheriff doing, this new one, doing to try and change that culture?
A couple of things. First of all, they flushed out a lot of the leadership at the top and brought up new employees to try and create his own group. He said he's working on a service-first aspect in order to help maintain that trust between the community. And they are working really hard to reestablish training within the department itself and reevaluate what they've already been training deputies to do, as well as recruiting new deputies in the process. Guys.
A lot of steps taking place. Spencer, thank you for all of your reporting on this. 6 other officers have been charged in this case. One of them, former Sergeant Kyle Gould, pled guilty to charges of duty to report and duty to intervene. The other officers all face charges that are Class 1 misdemeanors.